Let's go ahead and see if this recording turns out well. You know, while Hannibal Lecter might have gone about things in not the best way, I kind of understand his intense aversion to rudeness. But the message must go forth. And despite how inconsiderate others are being, I'm chillin', you're chillin', and you're chillin' and I'm chillin', so why don't we get a nice little reading in for today? Yeah, I thought you'd be interested in that. I thought you'd be interested in that. Well, come on in and welcome to the tent. Let me go ahead and sweep away all these old stale energies that aren't necessarily good, necessarily bad, but just kind of here and in the way while I go ahead and welcome you to the tent. Oh my gosh, welcome you to a tent. You just go into random tents? Like, it's okay, you're allowed to just go to other tents that aren't this one, but it's okay, I get it. But anyway, this tent is a place for people who enjoy hanging out in the betwixt and the between, and who enjoy peeking beyond the veil, for funsies, of course, and asking silly questions. We're not very serious here. The main reason is because life be lifin', kind of like how it is right now. Again, if you hear any extra noise, any thumping and stuff like that, my apologies to you in advance. Everybody's stuck where we are, and so everyone has decided that that means it's time to make all the noise ever, even though it is cold and echoey and, you know, a Monday. And in fact, not just any Monday. It's Monkey Message Monday. Hi, everybody. If it wasn't for the fact that these were specifically on Monday, I would not be doing this message today. That's how obnoxious the vibes are around here. But we must go through and we must go forth to see what the great sage has for us. So I've gone ahead and I've cleared this space. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and open it up for channels. Maybe there's some things that are aggravating you happening right now. Like, just, it's like one thing on top of another, and even though you're annoyed, you can't just sit back and do nothing. The show must go on, even if others around you are acting as if you do not also have a show to put on. Sweep that away. So first I'm going to connect me to this space. I'm going to connect the mirror I'm scrying with to this space. And then I'm going to connect you to this space. Oh, I actually tapped you today. And don't worry about being stuck and stuff like that. I make sure to disconnect us at the end of this. I'm not down for tethers and stuff like that. I got enough going on in my life, as I told you. And as I hope you can't hear, but there's a chance you'll be able to hear. But anyway, thank you for stopping by the tent today. Anyway, thank you for stopping by the tent today for this wonderful Monkey Message Monday. Ooh, ooh, ah, ah. No, I'm just being goofy. Okay, let's go ahead and hop into it and see what the great sage Sun Wukong has for you all today. we're gonna go ahead, and we've been on it today. We've been on it, squad. We're gonna do a sigil. No jump cuts into it. No, and I'm gonna add it here. It is here. Let's go ahead. Let's pick a card for, no. Let's go ahead and pick a card for under. And we'll do this guy, and then we'll reveal what that is at the end of the sigil. Whew. You need to take some deep breaths. Just take a moment and relax. Because while I'm aggravated, there's a little extra layer of aggravation here. Because usually whenever I come into my space and I clear it, even with other things around me, as long as I got my chimes going, as long as my wind chimes are flowing, we're good. But if my wind chimes aren't happening, you know, you're liable to get a little around here. But I digress. Your sigil awaits. And we're back. My bad mood, gone. I'm potentially gonna get a big gulp. We'll see. Some people have decided that that interruption was someone letting me know, because I am unfortunately I am the emergency contact. Was some individuals letting me know, hey, we're gonna go brave the weather because we're nosy. Send us your big gulp order or anything you might want from the store. So, you know, I'm still annoyed a little, but like I'm about to have a big gulp soon. So again, I'm a soda fiend. I'm a soda fiend. It is what it is. Huh, and this is y'all's sigil. Okay, let me make sure this is in frame good. Then we'll lean. Perfect. So this is y'all's sigil. I like it. It's very cute. Go ahead, look at it, think on it. This is yours, you know, to have for the reading. Before one day I'm gonna figure out why I'm compelled to make these. I really do just create them. But go ahead, take it in. You know, we could sit, we could ponder about it. In fact, go in the comments. Tell me what you think this is, what you think it looks like. We can ponder together about it. Because, again, if anything, you know more about the sigil than I do. Because if this is your reading, then this is your sigil. Let's see what you got under it. There you go, June. Hold that for me. And your card is 8 of Swords. That aggravation, that upsetness that's in your head. Someone feels like a donkey, or you want to call someone a donkey. Maybe you've been watching Gordon Ramsay recently. Let me set that down. Maybe watching Gordon Ramsay recently and you've been in the mood to call people donkeys. Remember, the 8 of Swords, it is self-imprisonment. Those swords are tangible and they are real, but if you notice, they're not actually like touching her or hurting her. Yeah, they're like in the donkey skin and stuff like that, but nothing's really actually hurting her, and she could really just like get up and go at any point and not be surrounded by all these swords. But these swords are physical and they are there and they are real, but you know, they might not necessarily be as burdenous as you believe they are. Let's see what the Monkey King wants us to know. I'm gonna go ahead and take this. I've already pre-shuffled, but let's go ahead and get a few shuffles in. We're gonna go ahead and use the Fairy Tale deck. I like this deck. It's very cute. There is a Sun Wukong card in this deck. We'll see if it comes out. No guarantees. No guarantees. Anyway, oh great sage, what knowledge do you wish to share with my lovely guests? 9 of coins. Ooh, someone likes watermelon. I've been getting a lot of watermelon imagery recently. Not in a bad way, just really good. Single, sexy, successful card. So we start with coming into your sigil being worried, annoyed, overwhelmed, just, you know, bothered, I think is a good overart. Is this recording? It is. Bothered, worried about things that are minor, but big in its own way because it matters to you. And going from that to single, successful, happy, actually getting to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Queen of Wands, creativity, a spark, Pele, volcanoes. Ooh, excuse me, big burp. You are powerful, you are strong, you make your own reality. You don't let people push you over. Even with this great level you are, with you being this Queen of Wands, being this master of your passion, and knowing the creative, wonderful energy you are, sometimes you get brought down to earth by being reminded that you're human, by being annoyed by things. Ooh, things coming and reminding you of your mortality, and that putting you in that 8 of Swords kind of situation. I'm shuffling these pretty funky today. I do not usually shuffle the cards like that. You're being reminded that you're human. Aw. Are you beating yourself up because while you're in a, I'm hearing, while you're this amazing ascended individual who's gone deep and figured out yourself and dredged up the negative and waded through and conquered your inner dragons and demons, to be annoyed by someone bumping some music a little too loud while they're doing construction work? You know, it's a valid thing to be annoyed by, but you sit back and you're like, but why am I this bothered? Why am I this annoyed? There are bigger, more important things happening in the world. You're still allowed to be annoyed. Ooh. King of Cups. You have feelings. You have emotions. You're allowed to feel how you feel. Even a master sometimes has to go back to the roots of it. This King of Cups, yes, you've elevated. Yes, you've waded through the emotional waters. But just because you've passed this exam doesn't mean that there's not more to learn. Doesn't mean that you won't reach follies. 5 of Cups, La Llorona, coming through. One failure is not a total loss. Some of what I'm getting is, oh no, I've let myself give in to this human, to this mortal, to this, I'm hearing specifically like this mean, evil part of me. And that means that any of the progress, any of the growth I've done is for naught. I am fake. I am not real. I thought that I was this amazing, great sage who had like good control of my emotions, who understood that people are gonna people and we are one, and that I should not like project so negatively. Ooh, maybe someone's had like some really intensely negative thoughts towards some people. And then like in a way that made you go, that even you recognize was overreacting. And to correct for that overreacting, you are now overreacting to your overreacting. That's where we get this 5 of Cups, this La Llorona, this crying over spilled milk. But the thing that I think is even funnier about this is so internal. No one, at least from what I'm feeling, unless you did lash out, then in that case you are affecting someone else, and you know, you should work on that. But you don't know what you need to work on until you're confronted with it. That, I think that's one of the hardest parts about a growth journey in general. It's kind of the same things with like boundaries, with like what you didn't know. You don't know what you didn't know until you encounter it. You don't know what you need to work on sometimes until it is put in your face. Like, I'll use swimming for an example. If you've lived in Arizona, like if you've lived in a desert your whole life, like landlocked your whole life, the deepest water, someone has a list, the deepest water that you've ever been in is like a creek that's like maybe a foot or two deep, then you don't really think about the fact that maybe swimming is a skill that would be good for you to have. And the reason you don't think about that is because there was no reason, it was never brought to your attention to need to be able to swim, because you've never been in that situation. And then one day, like some random, like, I don't know, a flood happens, maybe one day you like go visit the beach and something happens, or maybe one day you go somewhere and it's like your first time ever like going to a pool, not like the deepest this pool is 5 or 6 feet. I mean like an actual, like you go to the YMCA or just your local gym and they've got like we go to 9 feet because there's some people who do diving and things like that. Yeah, it would be nice if you had known how to swim prior to that, but you also have to remember that there was no reason for you to know how to swim. So while on one hand, it's like, oh, this is a skill that I wish I had, there's no reason to keep going down a rabbit hole of, oh, if I'd had this skill, if I'd have worked on this when I was a kid, I'd be doing XYZ, I could be doing this, I could be doing that. And it's like, yeah, but like, where would you have had the place, the opportunity, the time, or even the want or need to nurture or manage this skill? So I'm getting a lot of people beating themselves up for no reason. What's at the bottom of this deck? King of Coins, your mastery. You've got like some very good mastery level. You're very grounded. What is it? We have fire, water, earth here. That might be your big 3. You might have some very strong fire, water, earth placements going on. Specifically, maybe you are from the Pacific. Maybe you are from the Ring of Fire. Maybe Johnny Cash's Ring of Fire is a song that you like. But specifically, this Pele card is giving me like that Aries, Sagittarius kind of energy. So maybe you've got those placements. Go forth. Sagittariuses are pretty good at beating themselves up for not knowing something. You know, Sagittarius is represented by the archer who is the centaur, who is often Chiron, who is the great teacher. Sagittariuses are one of the signs where if it's information that they feel like they should have known, they get really deep with beating themselves up on that. So don't do that. Whether or not you actually have Sagittarius placements, you could have Sagittarius disease. Ooh, what is Sagittarius disease? I don't know what that is. People can't be having no Sagittarius diseases. My mommy's a Sag. Okay. Whew. I'll just look at it. The Wheel of Fortune is here. A Nasi coming by to say hi. Kente cloth is really popping up to me. Ooh, some of you think that you are besmirching a legacy. Some of you, the information that you're like, oh, I should have known this, or like, oh, I should be beyond this. It's not even like I should know this. This is very emotional. I'm getting like a very watery kind of air vibe. This is getting a, I know myself better than this. I am acting out of character. Why am I acting out of character? But instead of like actually honing in on that why, this is not all of you. So what I'm getting is, my lovely guess, you're acknowledging that you were acting out of character, and that's why you're in this 5 of Cups, because you're like, wow, that's not me. You're this King of Cups energy. You're reflecting, you understand yourself. You're like, this is not me. This mean, nasty, aggravated individual is not me. I'm hearing whatever aggravated you is something that you usually would not care about. There's just something a little extra happening. In my head, it's cerebral, and I think the thing that's really beating you all up the most about this is that you know. There's an awareness here that on one hand is amazing, because you can look at yourself and you're like, okay, what do I want to change about myself? What do I need to change about myself? How will I go about it? And you can look at it in this very analytical and great way and go down and fix it. But also on that other hand, it's like a guilt. And it's, I just keep hearing like, this is beneath me. This is beneath me. This is not how I should act. This is not who I am. This is not who I am bringing to the world. This is not the individual. This is not sovereign. Oh, you're beating yourself up, baby. We all got bad days. I'm just an ordinary girl. Sometimes I'm lazy. I get bored. I get scared. I feel ignored. You're just, no matter how amazing and great and like how much you ascend, you're just an ordinary homie, my guy. My guy, my gal, my thou. Everyone, anybody is welcome here. Don't worry. You're all over here in this Log On energy. No matter how you identify, you're all sitting over here in this. I do not want whoever this individual is that was brought out of me to be me. Let's see what the personal cards have to say. Because really I'm getting that you're doing great. You're beating yourself up over something that, yes, you should take account for it. And the monkey, he is like proud of you for taking that step back, for having that acknowledgement, for having that awareness of, hey, this is not how I want to go forth. This is not how I want to do things. Yes, I am allowed to feel aggravated. Yes, I am allowed to feel annoyed. Yes, I am allowed to be human. To be human. So no matter how much the God in me and the God in you and all that goes, we still reside in these mortal vessels. He really wants me to emphasize mortal. Really wants me to emphasize that for you. And so you're going to do mortal things. Whew. Even he stomped around for them peaches. And that's, I was going to say that's out of character for him, but it's, while he giggles about that story, it's not one that he's like, he looks back at that and he's like, yeah, I did too much. I did too much. But they could have stopped me sooner. Dear gosh, Monkey King and Demeter like this. Let's go ahead and get you some personal cards. I'm feeling it uplifting, which is great. So this is a fog. Some of you are probably still feeling this funk. It's not here forever. It's gonna go away. It's gonna chill. Even as I've done this reading, the things that have annoyed me have stopped and like kind of calmed down. And like I said, I'm getting a big gulp, so everything's gonna be amazing. What's your 7-Eleven convenience store drink order? Mine is half Dr. Pepper, half Cheerwine. Let's go ahead. Great Sage. What would you like to say? Chocolate. So get something sweet, enjoy things. That chocolate high is coming to my mind and my head. Do some art, release, enjoy yourself, let things spill over. The word decadence is coming to mind. Maybe someone likes chocolate. It's really a, hey, you're allowed to experience and you're allowed to feel, but when you feel yourself going down too far into this hole, too deep into self-deprecation, once you start, he's really saying, once you start, I'm going to say trigger warning to say it, but once you start participating in activities that result in you hurting yourself, in however that is when you need to take a moment to go, okay, maybe I should put a pin in this. Go have a Snickers break, because I'm not me when, maybe some of you are just hungry. Go eat something, see how you feel after that, see how annoyed you are. I also want a Snickers today. I am not a fan of Snickers. Maybe get something that makes you laugh. Like, do something else. If your mind is, if the issue is that Eight of Swords, your mind being overwhelmed, then just overwhelm it back, bud. That's the, Sunny. What? Okay. his advice is overwhelm it back. PMA, positive mental attitude. He said, if your brain is going to try to hurt you, kill it with kindness. Do your favorite things. Bring yourself joy. Make yourself joy. Maria Konda this hoe. Maria Konda this hoe. If it does not spark joy, why are you indulging in it unnecessarily? Ooh. So that's something. Because there's some annoyances, there's some things that, like, you kind of can't help it. It's going to happen. You just have to wait for it to pass. Like, for instance, it's construction on a house. It's construction on a building. Like, and the weather's been weird. So it's not like someone's purposefully doing things to bother me. Or in this case, you. Maybe for some of you it is that. But I'm getting really the vibe of it's just life is going forth and there's just something particularly agitating about today for you. But no, maybe enjoy some chocolate, do some drawing, like vibe out, be you. What else do you have for us? That water card wants to come out, but I'm gonna wait. November, fall, gratefulness. Be grateful, be thankful for what you have. I'm hearing, if you're also having these moments, count your blessings. You're being annoyed, you're being bothered by outside things, then be like, well, yeah, this sucks, but at least I'm being annoyed in, like, yeah, someone's annoying me, but at least I'm, like, in my car. So maybe something's car-related happening to you. Oh, there's that Sagittarius energy that I was talking about. But really grateful, thankfulness, because, again, that Eight of Wands, dear gosh. The Eight of Swords, that's internal. Do you even care is funny. Eight of Swords, that's all internal. Remember, eye mask on, swords all around them. Maybe they've got, like, the lightest wisp of some gauze surrounding them, keeping them in place. But they could just... It's nothing that's actually hurting them or doing anything to them. It's just a momentary bother. And I think asking yourself the question, do you even care, is what's being asked here with this card. Where it's like hey, yes, in this moment you are annoyed. In this moment you are intensely vexed. In this moment you are getting a gnarly headache. But do you actually care? Like, in an hour from now, are you going to care about this? And if the answer is a no, maybe do something about that. One more. Strength. You are strong. You got this. You are greater than the issues. So you're going to have your lapse of humanness. And that's fine. And that's okay. Don't beat yourself up about it horrifically. Acknowledge it. Do what you got to do. Conquer your inner dragon. And you're going to make it. Some of you are having a very annoying day. My heart goes out to you, buds. Heart goes out to you. I hate an annoying day. Anyway, let's get one more. Let's get one more from his actual trickster deck. Oh gosh, why do I want to? Maybe change up how you're doing stuff, because I don't know why I want to shuffle these cards weird. Judgment. You see Buddha there? Buddha says relax. Buddha says chill. Buddha says hang out. But that's judgment. That's things coming to pass. They are what they are. Some of you, you're not. It's not even you're not done. You're going through this journey. Some of you, it's deep and esoteric. Others of you, it's literally just just going through the motions of life. And some of you, it's work, it's school, it's interpersonal. You know, it's your reading. You know your life more than I do. Breathe in and let that breathe peace in and let that ish go. Let's get one more. Judgment, Wheel of Fortune. That's a triple X of turkey. It goes back to that triple. If you are a bowler, maybe you like bowling. You know, if you get 3 Strikes, that's a turkey. Turkey's at November. Let's stop and think. Stop, think, give yourself a mo. That Queen of Cups came out, divine counterpart in a different one. Your balance as I flip over Temperance. Don't let your annoyances lead you to unnecessary pain. In this life, there are pains, there are issues, there are problems that we are going to have to deal with. We're going to have to alchemize. We're going to have to go beyond. Take this annoyance and alchemize it to something that is not pain for you. King of Coins on the bottom. Ground it in reality. So for some of you, like going back to the chocolate card, it really is like maybe sit down, draw something, play with color, pull out your favorite video game. Maybe that's another thing too. If you're this frustrated, play you a little fighting game. Someone wants me to keep drawing cards. We'll do one more from the personal, and then I will go ahead and close out us, and I will let my lovely guests go about their day and ruminate on what the Monkey King has given to them. Or at least go and decompress. So, let's go. Peace. We're just going to take peace, and we will take the card behind it. And the reason I'm taking this card behind it is because I put this in here, and I was like, oh, if this comes out, it comes out. I don't know what this one means, but if it comes out, it comes out. So let me... There you go. So... I don't know what this means to you, for you, but I literally, when I was pulling my deck of this one was peeking out, and I was like, fine, I'll just add you in, and whatever you mean is whatever you mean. Whoever this is for will know what that is. And I'm going to actually end you with peace. Find peace. Go within. Look to your local Buddha. But yeah, so that's what the Monkey King wanted you to know. You're human, and that's okay. You're human, that's okay. Just because you had one really intense negative thought as a reaction to something else, that's something also big that he wants to bring to your mind. You're not monsters. You didn't just randomly decide, I suddenly hate everyone and everything today. They're actual external things that were happening that led you to whatever this aggravation is. So again, you are but human. Yes, you are sinning, and yes, you are great. But you don't know what you don't know. You can't correct what you didn't know was off. 3 knocks. I don't know if you guys heard that. I hope you heard that. You can't correct what you didn't know was broken. But yeah. Whew. Frogs are significant. All these guys wanted to come out here and stare at y'all. Pineapples are a thing. You're a Virgo. Maybe you're a Virgo. I know he's a Virgo because their name is Banana and their birthday is September 20th. Maybe your birthday is September 20th. Maybe September 20th is significant. Maybe February 9th is significant. But anyway, I'll stay here forever. As annoying and aggravated as I've been today, being in your energy and hanging out with somebody really did help me. And I hope that that helped you as well. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to wipe off, just knock off some of that old extra. In fact, we'll do a little more. Let's get I'll get a little more of this burning while I lay out. Okay. Actually, let's see if I can. Maybe someone does Reiki. I've been really wanting to do Reiki in these last sessions, but I do Reiki in person, so I'm not really the best. But go ahead and Take in this incense. Take in this lovely, ethically sourced sage. I hear you. I felt you. I felt ya. Taking this wonderfully, ethically sourced sage. Now we're going to take a nice breath in. Let it wash over you. And then we're going to breathe out that negative. You are beautiful. You are amazing. And you are loved. And the Monkey King hopes that you have a great day. Thank you for hanging out with me at the tent. Go ahead, leave a comment, drop a like. And you know what? If you enjoyed here, go ahead and subscribe. That'd be dope of you. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and let you go, my lovely guests. I'm going to disconnect us. And I'll see you another time. Bye. Now ain't that funny? All that thumping music done. It is what it is. Hey Q, what it do? What it do? I gotta stop. I gotta get some food in me.